All right, we're live, everybody.
Yep.
Uh, how you guys doing?
I'm doing good, Noah. How are you?
Doing awesome,
What's
man.
going on? How about you, Mikey?
I'm good. I just woke up about 10 minutes ago from a little pre-work nap.
Hello, snooze.
Uh,
Yeah, been a long day.
a much needed snooze.
Big
Yeah, it
time.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
Felt like I got hit by a car before, man. I was like, am I coming down with something? Like, what's going on? Like my
You
body
sound a
was just
little
aching.
congested or something. Yeah.
I think that's my my sexy wake up voice.
Maybe that's what it is. Hey, we got
It's
somebody in the
G.
chat.
G's in
What's
the
up, G?
chat. Echevarria.
Echevarria. Are you going to Legion's Con?
I think he is. What
Yeah.
do you say? I gotta. Let's see. I gotta figure out
Can
how.
you? I
There we
always
go.
forget there's a little bit of a delay.
There he
I think
goes.
I'm pretty sure we met last year
Oh, really?
at
Oh,
Legion's Con.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
For
sir.
sure.
Okay, sweet.
I was at Noah's table.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yep. And check this out. Little bonus. He's going to intern. That's pretty
Nice.
cool.
What?
Oh, you're gonna love that, man. That is the best experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see you
Intern.
there.
Intern's super cool. We're all gonna be hanging out. It's gonna be hecka cool. Uh, yeah. So we're here to talk about some orcs and like a little project that I had going on with Mr. Jeremy Wilson of Monster Machine Creations.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there might be something that somebody might want to talk about really
Yeah, do
really
you want me to talk about it real
excitedly.
quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got I have it in diorama mode right now. But it's Eric. What's up, Eric?
I know this guy.
What's
Um,
up, bro?
hopefully Eric won't be too jealous, but I got the new Frankenstein.
Oh, yours came in today?
Baller.
Yeah. I've got him on his stand. See if I can do the makeup
Yeah.
influencer thing and get it to focus. I don't know.
I don't know, but he looks cool.
But he looks great. And there's a lot of, I mean, as always, the Four Horsemen do crazy details. There's like sculpt on the bottom of his foot. I don't know if you can see that, but there's
Yeah.
stitching on the bottom of his foot,
Oh
which
wow.
is just
Cool.
insane. So I've just been kind of admiring the level of detail, especially on the wear on the stand, stuff like that. My lighting
Oh
isn't
wow.
fantastic, but
Chipping on there
uh,
and everything.
yeah, and it's
Really
just
cool.
it's a really fun like little set. And I was happy. I did apply a little heat to pop the torso apart,
Hmm.
but otherwise everything was pretty kosher. I didn't have any problems with any of the joints or anything like that. So yeah, and another thing is I've become obsessed with the smell of opening a new Four Horsemen figure for the first time.
It's my
It's
favorite
like
part.
it's
That's
kind
my
of like
favorite part, man.
it's like that factory,
Hmm.
probably factory chemically plastic
Yeah.
smell. Um, but they have a similar like in Safubi in the Safubi world, people will open up their Safubi bags when they get something and they'll whiff in that vinyl, yeah, that fresh vinyl, and it's kind of getting that it's a hit for me now too with the Four Horsemen stuff. Um, so yeah, like as soon as I opened this up, I was like, oh yeah, this is probably my favorite figure obscura. Um, I don't know what it is about it. I think I love that the line has progressed to the point where now you can have pretty unique sculpts. Like they're pretty confident in just saying, "Hey, we're gonna have like a 99% new parts figure
Hmm.
here." So it's pretty cool. And I mentioned on the podcast, but I missed out on the past couple figure obscura drops. So I was really excited to get this one, and somehow I beat all you dudes on the East Coast. Well, except for Noah, Mountain Time Noah, but I beat everybody else on the East
Central.
Coast.
Close.
Central Time. That's right, close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, you got
but
it
yeah,
quick,
it's
man.
cool. I did. I got it really quick. Really,
The
really
first
quick.
of the enablers, right? I mean,
That's
you're first
right.
of all of
Yeah.
us.
Uh-huh. And it's
Congrats, man.
crazy. I know we're going to talk about it more on the podcast. But it's crazy how just by
Yeah,
the
so
nature
tune
of
in.
how we yeah, just by the nature of how we release our podcast, uh we of course were like maybe there's a figure obscura coming, right? Because the week that it ends up coming out, they announce it. And then by the time our next episode comes out, it goes from maybe there's one coming in the future to we have it in hand. So
Hmm.
Eric was right on the money with his guess,
Dude, I was
and
so
it's a great figure.
freaked out by that because I didn't record that episode with you guys. So I
Yeah.
was listening to it. So I was listening to it immediately after because they
Mhm.
announced that on Saturday. We released on Monday, right?
You're like, wait a
Mhm.
minute.
Yeah, I was listening to it. I was like, this dude really called the skin color, the hair, like
Yeah,
and he
he
said it
did.
twice. He mentioned Frankenstein, and I want to say like nobody responded that like that split second, and he was
Hmm.
like, yeah, I feel like it should be like Frankenstein, but like more like Mary
Like
Shelley, like
Mary
green
Shelley, yeah.
skin, like had like long hair. And I was like, what? Wow. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
and he didn't have any insider knowledge.
Yeah, and I messaged you
So
guys like in the chat right away. I was like, "Damn, Eric!" I was like, "Did you call that any closer?"
Right? Yeah. G said he was listening to that today. Thanks for
I
listening,
hope so.
brother.
Thank you, man.
yeah, thank you for listening.
Heck yeah.
Just I want to go back to that smell thing real quick. I feel
Yeah.
like they didn't always have like that smell. Like I
No,
remember,
they
like
didn't. You're right.
when I started the line, they looked like they would have a nice like plasticky smell, and they didn't. Like
They look
n-
like they smell nice.
none of that Big Bad Toy Store stock like had that I remember. And then I picked up the when Aerother came out. I was like, oh, they have a smell now. I was like, this is, and it was so good. That was in my memory. That was the best smelling wave they've done.
It was the
That was a
Magnus.
stinky wave. Yeah, because it
You
had
think it was
sticky
It was the
stinky? I
magnets.
thought
Magnus
it
belt.
smelled good.
Well, I mean, like, I mean, you could like stink and it be. Wait, is it? Does
Yeah.
that work? Can you
No,
like
it's
a
not the,
stink
it's
and it
not,
be
it's not the,
stinky?
it's not the
Or
same.
stinky
It's,
implied that it's gross?
it's no stinky. I think implies like gross. It
Big G.
it's not like the blue Hagnon odor or anything.
No.
It was its own thing. It's like that. Like
It's
you
kinda
said, that
pleasant.
plasticky, vinyl-y.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of got a
Oh,
vinily smell.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Because sometimes you'll get something that like really smells bad.
Yeah. I don't want to make that comparison. Though.
But no, it actually
it's a
is
good
pretty
thing I'm
nice.
talking about the
Yeah.
Aerother wave. Like that's a good smell.
Hey, make it even stinkier. I want to get a head rush next time I open my future figure obscura.
Yeah.
I've had a few
I'm
figures
down
like
with that.
that.
Speaking of things that are kind of stinky, not necessarily in a good way.
Your
It's
check
Greg.
this
surfaces
out.
are next level.
Oh boy, what the heck is that?
So yeah, this is one of the early renderings. Yeah, and by the way, let's not forget. Let me pop this back up there.
We got Big Greg in there, man.
Big Greg.
What's up, Big Greg?
No, what's up, G?
Excited to see you soon, Greg. Terrence, what's up? I'm ready for October.
We all
Yeah,
are.
seriously.
Yep.
My
But,
yeah. Go ahead. No, let's
No,
talk about the orc.
I was just gonna say some dumb stuff. Go ahead.
No, I love hearing your dumb stuff. I was gonna say my local theater has started doing like they're kind of like a little indie theater, and so they released their October calendar, which is like all these cool old school horror movies, and I'm going through with Emily, and we're picking out which ones we might go and check out. So we're excited about that.
Heck yeah, that sounds fun,
Nice.
man.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Mike?
Sounds like a
from
lot
Greg?
of fun.
Yeah,
let's see.
I'm reading that. He likes to throw that shot every time every time that he can.
Every time that he can.
I'm not a very social person. I just
Mike's
I
always
barely make
working
it out.
or
I
with
am
the kids or
working
doing a
kids,
podcast.
man.
We're lucky we
Yeah.
can carve away some podcast
We-
time.
You
we
know
take
those
up-
pictures we like to talk about every Monday? That's
Mhm.
that's the 20 minutes of free time I get.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at this.
Orktober.
Yeah, I like that one.
Well, that's henceforth it's only Worktober.
I
now.
think it has to
Yeah.
be Orktober. Why has somebody
Yeah.
done that yet? That's incredible. I guess
knew
no,
there
you're
was a
gonna pioneer
reason I
that.
loved Ork.
It shall be.
Yeah.
My favorite month, my favorite Legion's race too.
Yeah.
Okay. No, tell us about this orc head.
Yeah, so this guy here, this is just in case anybody doesn't know, this is the Jeremy Wilson project that I had mentioned working on in the podcast. And so this is like an earlier like rendering, but it happened to be like extremely close to the final product only because he was extremely excited about doing this project, and he's like he skipped kind of a lot of the preliminary things like sketches. He knew exactly where he was going to go. Like this piece right here is largely just me kind of giving him a few prompts and just him like start knocking things out. And this was pretty much like day one.
Yeah.
That was the first. He sent that to you almost immediately.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it was. He was very driven on this one. He was like
Wow.
hungry to do do an orc.
We need to have him on the podcast.
Yeah,
I think we need to have another guest on the pod.
yeah, yeah. I
You know?
think I actually one of these days, maybe even if we could get him on a stream like this, would be cool too. Like,
That would be cool too. Yep,
um,
definitely.
but I know that he said Friday night is date night, and he doesn't want to be sleeping on the couch. So yeah,
That's totally fair.
We
shout out
understand.
Jeremy.
That's
Hopefully
totally
you're not
fair.
watching right now.
Well,
Catch
you
it
try
on the
to you
replay.
try to make it Wednesday, Thursday. It didn't pan out this week.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah, no,
pan out.
exactly.
Yeah,
Get him on. Yeah, I think we definitely
Yep.
need to get him on.
I think so.
I love
too.
this sculpt. You guys have been prolific. Noah coming
Thanks.
at him with cool sketches and drawings. It's been cool to be in our group chat and see Noah share a new head. I'm almost hesitant to say which
Yeah,
sketches you've been showing because I don't know what
Yeah.
you've officially revealed yet or not. But the
There's still some
collaboration that
stuff.
you two have is really great. Yeah.
yeah. Still
Dude,
more
what,
to come.
what are the odds that guy was like in the folder, just like ready to go? Like he had one in the clip, and then you're like, "Hey, I need an orc," and he's like, "I got you. Give me 10 minutes."
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
bang, bang.
No, I mean it wasn't like 10 minutes or anything. I
He was
think
patient.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, this is kind of your classic orc dude.
It gives a little bit of World of Warcraft vibe too.
He does
Just
kind
the
of.
tusks, man. Those
Yeah.
are serious tusks.
Those are serious stuff.
Man, those
Yeah.
aren't little nubs.
And
We got a
I
couple
guess,
people in the chat real quick too. Jeff and Jose. What's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Come
guys?
on, guys.
What's
Here.
up?
Thank you for hopping on.
Jeff
Jeff
Evans.
Ray.
What's up?
Jose. Oh yeah. Check this out. This is a good one. Glad to have you here, brother.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so this whole thing kind of was, I guess, sprouted from just the need to fill a void in, having just similar to the other project that I did, the last one that I did, was kind of like, well, there's some really cool parts like in the My Action Figure Customs line that are no longer available, and now with Planetary Dogs, they're doing their sales. And by the way, get in there and get some of their sculpts. But just having those things leaving just kind of triggered this. Maybe call it panic or something. I don't know.
Necessity.
Or necessity, yeah.
Yeah.
So out of necessity, these things are born.
I was gonna
So-
say to you, it kind of seems like this is how you were planning to fill that void, because we talked about that a few times on the episode. I think I've asked, like, what are you guys planning on doing? Because especially those planetary dog sculpts, are such a large part of the inventory that you guys show up with at the shows. And I was like, well, what are you gonna do when all that's like gone for real? And
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
clearly we know you've you made some connections, and you're gonna keep
Yeah.
it going. I imagine he. Well, actually, I don't imagine. I've seen a dwarf that he can do, so he knows he knows how to sculpt dwarves too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it just comes out of, just like we said, it comes out of kind of necessity, and it's definitely a personal thing. Like personally, I do miss the other ones that are gone and the ones that are
Yeah.
on sale now through Planetary Dogs. And it's not necessarily me saying that I'm looking to fill a void in the community by any means, but
No, I
it's
didn't mean it that way.
it's
yeah.
a personal, yeah, yep,
It's like you're.
But you could.
What you're a fan of.
potentially.
You could definitely fill some of those voids because we know that some of those print runs are ending. I don't think that
Right.
you're being too, up your own ass
Yeah.
to suggest that you're not adding something by producing an orc head. It's cool.
Right. Hey, you
Yeah.
guys want to see something cool?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
let's
show
see.
you something cool.
What?
Hey, he did make it.
Hey, what's up?
You're a stone
Hey.
cold liar, sir.
Hey,
I'm
Eric.
late.
What's up, buddy?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Right on time, buddy.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
we,
want everybody who's watching right now. Like normally when you listen, you can't see us. Those are all genuine smiles that everybody just had seeing Eric's face pop up on there.
Heck yeah.
we had some plans tonight, but they got canceled because we're getting hit with the residual
Oh, yeah.
hurricane weather. So it's been real nasty today.
Supposed to
Oh,
be real bad by you, or
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be this bad, but it's there's like downed trees like all over the
Whoa,
place.
wow.
really?
So yeah,
Dang, man.
it's been rough. Like I lost power at work like the last like 2.5 hours. I was like a sitting duck. Like I had
man.
no like point of sale system, no internet, no anything. So, but
Yeah.
that is scary,
yeah,
man. We
I
wish
had to
you
go
guys
pick
the
up
best.
dinner for the family, and then I logged on really quick. So, as you were, gentlemen.
Well, you didn't miss too much. We talked a little bit about. I mentioned that I got the figure obscura in, and then we were talking about Noah and Jeremy's collaboration on these sculpts here.
You said we
Um,
didn't miss too much. Mentioned figure obscura, and then didn't realize who you were talking to.
Oh yeah, that's
You didn't
true.
miss too much. Just the new figure obscura.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
I
we'll have to
I
talk
talked
about it on the
your
pod.
ridiculously good psychic skills, man.
Yes,
Yeah, that
we
was
did.
crazy, man. I never guess anything right ever.
You totally got it right.
Except
I
that one that was so on the nose, it's not even funny.
and I was just rewatching because there's so many accessories that come with this set. I was rewatching Bill's Dorklairs video, and there's just so much stuff that comes with this because I wanted to see how he set everything up. And he does a little prediction at the very beginning, and he got it right too, talking about he's like, oh, maybe it'll be Mary Shelley's version of Frankenstein's monster. But what I thought was crazy was we've done, when we started the podcast, we did it like, oh, we'll do it a week in advance of when we release it, which kind of led to us being a little bit behind on the news releases. So then we bumped it up to let's do it the day before, which for me as the editor, and then sometimes our buddy John Caulfield from Eurolegions, it's a pretty short notice thing to get it done in time. So we're like, we'll go back to the weekly thing. And of course, the week we go back to weekly behind episodes or whatever, we're like, maybe there's an FO coming. And then now, of course, when the next podcast comes out, it'll be like, oh yeah, it was announced, it came out. Eric was right.
He nailed it.
Yeah, he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it.
Yep.
It's such a double-edged sword, that schedule too, because like
Yeah.
as cool as it is to get that news out there like a day or two after they drop it, like you said, like the practicality of it. A couple of those mornings, it was funny. It was like, hey guys, where's the new episode you promised us every
Yep.
Monday morning? We're like messaging you like, hey, why are you okay, man?
Sorry, it'll be Tuesday.
Definitely by 6 tonight,
Yeah.
6:30, guys. It's definitely gonna be like 7 tomorrow.
Yeah, the inside baseball on the podcast editing is John is kind of a wizard at it, John Caulfield. And if you guys haven't listened to the Eurolegions podcast, definitely go check them out. But John is the one who taught me everything, and he even told me he's like I used to go minute by minute. He's like, I don't do that anymore. He's like, I do broad sweeps through the waveforms, pick out some things, post it, do my editing nonsense. Well, I have a tendency, like, I like to re-listen to our podcasts, and I'll make like tiny little edits as we go through. That's not to say that the end product is amazing. Hey, we do okay, but and not to pat my own back with the editing thing, but yeah, sometimes it'll just be so much time to listen through a 3-hour podcast, like when we do the Enablers of Agbendor episode, and I've listening to it through 3 hours. So, anyways, we're getting in the weeds here. Let's get back to the orc stuff. Orktober.
Orktober, as we
As Terrence called it.
declared. Real quick, we got a couple more. JD Gibson, Michael Carter.
What's up, guys?
Welcome.
What's going on?
Yeah, so I was just going to switch over here. So here's a little, I think this might be like, oh, there's the colored
that's
version,
cool.
which is kind of neat. He was having
Yeah.
fun, so he added a little, digital paint to that guy. Very orky, right?
Yeah.
I like
very
to see the
demure.
yellows in there. Yeah.
Very demure.
Did I do that right, Wyatt?
Mm-hmm. I'm always amazed. Noah's not an old guy by any means, but I'm always amazed by like Noah's like pulse on slang. Noah's pretty on it.
So, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
This is a little mock-up, little rendering that he had. So he did a mock-up on the Mythic
That's on the
Legion's chest.
ogre body, huh?
This is the regular
It's like a
1.0.
1.0.
Oh, is that a
Yeah.
1.0? Oh, I guess you're right. The traps freaked me out for a second.
Yeah, I think
It
it's
looks
the
like
way
mine,
it's.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. It looks just like Mike. It just
It's
had a
a-
beard, right?
3D scan of Mike's upper torso.
No, the whole thing. Just add a beard. No, kidding. I think it's the way the head kind of sits on there. It definitely, his traps are trapped up.
Massive.
But yeah, so this is something that he does is he'll do like a like fit on the body digitally. Fun fact: he did this on the Wyatt sculpt,
Yeah,
and you look totally jacked, and I think it's a sweet look.
I made sure to have the white sculpt. Again, it's not going to focus properly, probably, but have the white
Yeah.
sculpt next to me.
Heck yeah.
Which, if you haven't
Yeah.
listened to the
Hold
episode,
on.
I don't know which one we talk about it on, but that was kind of how Jeremy and Noah ended up chatting, was through designing that sculpt, which I'm super grateful for. I love
Oh,
it.
you had a hand in that then, buddy.
Absolutely. Or a head.
Quite ahead.
Huh.
You had a head. In
I had a head in it.
We lost Eric. Hopefully,
We might have. Oh no, yeah,
I think he's okay. Hopefully.
yeah, probably just some internet problems.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He'll be back. I did tell him he could pop in or out as he was pleased. Maybe he took me very literally. So along with that, the standard bald sculpture, I did mention that there was. If you guys listened to the podcast, you would know that I did mention that there's two different versions of this head because he basically was like, "Hey, I want to take this thing and make it pretty crazy," and I was like, "All right, I like where you're going, but I still want to scratch that itch of the, your classic, plain, I guess, orc."
Hmm.
And so I'm like, how about we save this file and, we'll call this one, 1.5 version, And so then we ended up with the, this guy, which is
Oh yeah,
the one-eyed, cyclopean. I don't know. It's kinda
Cyclopean.
cool.
That one is cool. I don't think I've seen that
I
one
love
yet.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one's
he's pretty
badass.
rad. Yeah, so I think these dudes really are pretty iconic in my book. I'm happy with them.
Dude, when you're doing these, like when you come to him with an idea, like how loose do you make the instructions, or how specific are you?
With this one, I was pretty loose with it. I just told him kind of, welcome back,
Hey, he's
Eric.
back.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries, man. Happy to have you back. But we were just talking about like what kind of, maybe what prompts I give him or how loose like the instruction or guidelines I give to Jeremy when we're working on these things. And basically with this one, it depends on the project. With the first one, it was pretty tight as far as like he needed to have, bushy hair. His beard needed to be, braided in two braids and needed to have, those metal pieces on there with the three jewels on them. It was pretty specific. And then the way the belt buckle, but this one was pretty loose. Like I said, I want kind of your standard orc, like classic style, big tusks and bald head. I did say, we after painting a bunch of those the Nathrogate heads, I was like, yeah, it's time for something without hair. So that was kind of one of the things we both laughed at that because he also it's a lot of work to sculpt those things and the hair does take a long time.
It is a lot of work to sculpt
Yeah.
this hair. I know. I know. There's a lot of detail that goes into it to make
You're-
it so
you're absolutely right.
voluminous.
But
Yeah,
given the way
voluminous,
that
right?
the Wyatt head works, though, if you technically wanted to sculpt a hairstyle for him, you could go back and ask Jeremy to do that.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, head sculpt was sculpted as such that the head itself can separate from the.
Oops. Hold on. I messed up. Sorry.
That's
buddy.
okay.
Here.
The oh wow, that's a lot of Wyatt. The head sculpt can separate actually and is a separate part from that
Yeah.
the face there. And Joe actually put my head in a hood, which was pretty cool for the version that he sent me that he
The
painted.
hooded Y.
Yeah, the hooded Y. Wizard Y.
Wizard.
Why's hard.
Yeah, sorry. I can't help myself. Yeah, actually, I saw Anthony Velez. He had some some of the hair pieces, like some of the other sculptures that he has, and that he was printing them in flexible resin.
Yeah.
And he actually sent me some pictures of like this like long like kind of this mohawk braid thing,
Oh,
and
cool.
he had of course because he printed the head that you have in
Yeah.
your hand,
Yeah.
and he kind of had this mock up with this braided mohawk.
No way. I
thing.
want to
Yeah.
see that. That's so cool.
I'll send it over to you. I'll
You
text
gotta
it,
send that to
or I'll
me.
put it in the group. Or,
Um,
shoot, I'll share it. I'll share it on Facebook too.
yeah, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
So I was saying, we need that head, the Wyatt head. Who needs a Wyatt head? Is there any
Cover
is there any
Eric for a
plans to
second.
have a bunch of blanks on the table at Legion's Con?
On mine?
Yeah. Are you gonna
Well,
have these?
So, the Wyatt heads. Those
Well, I don't know about
are-
the Wyatt heads.
Yeah, those are Wyatt heads. Like
Those
that's,
are Wyatt-
That's a Wyatt thing.
They did
Yeah.
tell me that I own my own likeness, which is very nice.
Yeah.
That's not very Hollywood of them. But they let me have it, which is great.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I guess I kind of meant more like this head you're showing now,
Yeah.
and then your previous dwarf head. Are you going to do a run that you'll have there?
Yeah. I'll have a few of these on hand at the table at Legion's Con for sure.
Okay. Cool.
Hold on. What I want to see this one here. Keith, sorry Eric, we're gonna say goodbye for a second. Keith says they remind me of orcish versions of the twin Stabbington brothers from Tangled in the best way.
I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah, totally.
It's a good.
Eric, how do you
soundtrack.
feel about that?
I'm down with it.
Down with it? Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I like it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you could have. They could be twins. You could have the non-eye patch version, and you could have the regular, the standard version. The non-eye patch version doesn't have the mutton chops, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's this guy.
Muttonless. There you go.
He's no hair. That was the
Yeah.
I'm not gonna paint any hair on this thing. Eric, have you ever felt like that? Like you're just like, I just don't want to paint any hair right now. He's like, oh.
I think he might be
Uh-oh.
frozen.
He might
Oh
be
no, we
frozen.
lost him again.
Either that or he's
It's-
giving us
it's
a
Oh.
cold
that
shoulder.
It's that hurricane, man.
Yeah.
The dedication that Eric has to join a live stream during a hurricane.
There he goes.
Dang it.
There
Sorry.
you go. It's okay. It's okay.
We
I
keep
thought
getting,
Eric was.
getting power surges and that
Yeah.
freezes everything. What's up?
You were giving us a mean mug or something. No, I was just gonna say, do you ever like get to the point where you're like, I just don't feel like painting any hair. I want to paint something without hair.
Hair's not usually the thing that gets me
Yeah.
over it, but I mean occasionally, yeah.
Yeah. For
Snakes, on the other hand.
snake
Yeah.
hair.
Snake hair.
I'll just shut up now.
Is it the scales? Is it like when you do well, you're probably just sick of painting Medusa heads, huh?
I wouldn't say sick. Are you sick of it?
Well, I don't. He wouldn't say sick because Eric's a
Yeah.
polite man. He
Yeah.
wouldn't say sick. He said
If
he'd
I had my way, those things would be retired. But
right.
too many people want them, and I'm too much of a people pleaser. So
It's just because you're so dang good at it, dude.
Oh yeah. How many
tried.
of those would you say that you've painted like
at
over
least
time?
at least 20.
Wow.
That's a lot.
With the level
I mean,
of
that's a lot
detail
of
too.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a cool piece of
Definitely.
work.
Yeah. So the next thing I was going to show was
Yeah. Ooh,
I
look
had
at
a few
that.
of these printed off. They look kind of neat, like all the orcs marching in a row.
Yeah. Are those the ones? Did you print those on your printer?
Yeah, these were like
Cool.
These were like the very first ones that I printed.
Dude,
That
you know
looks
what
great.
that looks like? It looks like a teaser for like a figure that hasn't been announced yet, and they're like, "Look, we're working hard here."
Yeah.
at the
Production
studio."
samples.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pretty neat. And then of course, naturally,
Nice.
got to do the mock.
Ooh,
up,
that
make
looks
sure everything
great.
fits. Yeah, I think it looks
No
kind
way.
of cool on the gray body, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna have to finally open my Stratos.
Like yeah. Let's see. And then I want to make sure that I'm going to show off the right stuff here in the right order. I did scale it up. So there's on the ogre body.
Oh, that looks good too.
Oh,
Wow.
man, that looks awesome.
Yeah. and then on the brute scale body.
I was gonna say I want to see that on the brute shaman body. That looks great.
Yeah. So it took a little bit of work trying to figure out the scaling because I don't have the files on my like scan files on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I just just print out like a few different 110%, 105%,
Yeah.
130%. Trying to figure out. Simone, thanks,
It
brother.
does. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
So what is the brute? What did you crack it at? Was it 110% for like brute and 120 for ogre or something like that, or
I want to say brute
was it
like,
more subtle than you thought?
yeah, I want to say brute was like 105, 110%, something like that. It wasn't very much more.
What about
and
ogre?
Ogre was 140.
Whoa. Okay, so a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Because
And
I think we kind of
it probably could be a little more.
a little bit more.
But
yeah.
I think it looks better like scaled on the smaller side personally, just because being kind of on a here, let's put it back here, just being on a big dumb ogre, I feel like having a smaller head makes more sense,
Yeah.
He doesn't have very much brains in there, right?
Yeah.
No offense to the ogre fans.
I think the reason why I was curious about what the percentages actually were is because we tend to overestimate or maybe underestimate scaling when we do these kinds of things, and I'm not an artist, so I wouldn't even know where to begin with what the
Maybe
accurate
not in that
proportion.
sense.
Yeah, well, what the accurate proportion should be. I'm just the muse. I'm not the artist.
You have your own art. Why?
Thanks. I guess I do my own thing, but nothing in this realm.
Yeah, maybe not in this media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the way I kind of thought of it was most of the figures. We'll just say, I know they're closer to 7-inch, but we'll just say 6 inches. And if you look at the ogres, they're 9 inches. So to me, that says 150%. Just a little bit of quick math in my brain. I kind of started at 150% and kind of worked my way backwards from there.
Interesting. Yeah, it looks great. I don't know which one I like the most. I really like it on the ogre. I kind of like it on the ogre scale because we haven't really gotten a lot of variety in like the orc department in the ogre scale. It's really just been Kurzog's head and the Orc Legion builder head. So that looks really cool.
And Archimedes,
Or
your favorite.
Ogre Legion
Yeah,
builder.
you got
Yeah,
the
and I guess an
Cyclops.
Archimedes. Right. The Cyclops. But I don't really like when they classify Archimedes as an ogre.
Fair.
I don't know why. He's a
Fair.
Cyclops,
He's your guy, man. You can feel
He's
that
my
way.
guy. I love Archimedes. Yeah. And you know what? And damn it, I'm just gonna say it right now, Tom Clayton, if you're watching this live stream from my from my test shot collector chat, if you don't know, Tom Clayton and I have been going playfully back and forth, but Tom has the most numerous number of Archimedes test shots I've seen. And he'll occasionally tease me because he'll be like, okay, I'm selling off test shots. And then he'll put a PS down at the bottom and it'll say, sorry, Wyatt, I'm not selling any Archimedes. So
Oh,
I
he's
shake
got
my
more-
fist
more
at
than
you,
a
Tom.
few.
Oh, yeah, he's got like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Hurts.
So someday I'll get that damn Cyclops back. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. Poor Y.
Yeah,
That's your white whale.
That's my, yeah, I got a couple
That
of them, I
and
guess.
Jorund.
Jorund Rune Shaper, yeah. We'll see
Yep.
if I ever see one of those.
Yeah. Another PSA.
Yep.
Yeah. So then naturally I had to try and do some painting on these guys. So let's see if I can. I think this is one.
Oh,
so this
dude.
is
What?
one of the pictures of one of the painted
Yeah.
versions that I did. I think this might be, yeah, there's a different angle of the same head.
Are you gonna match all of your Legions Con stock to that body?
I was debating on that, Mike. I was thinking maybe like mostly this. I was thinking maybe if I did a couple gray ones, maybe I could do a couple Fury. But this is the game orcs, the War of the
Yeah.
Aetherblade orcs.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the most plentiful of all the you know, the green skin.
Yeah. Well,
Here's
because
a
you
little
have
close-up.
the regular orc legion builder you could match too, which and they're definitely
Mhm.
not the same.
Yeah, yeah. I think this one is similar to like a Vorthog skin color. I don't know,
Closer, yeah,
Eric,
for sure.
how you feel about that statement.
Closer to Vorthog.
Yeah, the green on the game orcs
Hmm.
Hi,
kind of
Thomas.
seem that way.
Thomas is in the chat saying
Oh,
hi. I think he's
hold
gonna
on a
What's up,
bounce.
second.
man?
Let's grab this one.
I've never really compared all the orc skin tones, but I do know that every time I paint match it,
Hmm.
it's not easy, and
Dude,
I can
yeah,
never remember like what I did the last time.
yeah, exactly. I feel the same way, and I will say that I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out. It's not perfect, but it's damn close.
Are you
uh,
holding that feet above a brick floor, or are you holding it inches above a brick floor diorama?
the former. It's my driveway.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Some
a good question,
beautiful
Eric.
pavers.
Yeah, I go out there and because I like the lighting.
No, Noah and Eric or Noah and Mike rather are the diorama pros. So
Yeah,
it's
I
hard to
am
tell
Not
when it's
not
an
building
optical
them for
illusion or
me.
not.
I
Yeah,
just know if they look good or not.
yeah.
Eric's quite the dio builder. Let's see, what else do we want to look at? Oh, so I think I've got another like I think I have a video real quick that I want to show, and I don't remember which one this is, so you're gonna have to bear with me.
Hey, we got Bill in the chat.
Hey,
Is it
what's
this
up,
one?
man?
Hey, Bill.
What's up, Bill?
I was just talking. Well, I don't want to distract from Noah's deal, but I was just
Yeah.
talking about I got my FO, my figure Obscura in, and I went back to watch your video again because it comes with so many cool accessories.
Yeah.
And I think it's our most recent podcast episode. Eric kind of was like, "Hey, wouldn't Frankenstein's monster or creature make a really cool figure Obscura with the yellow skin and all this stuff?" And he turns out he nailed it. We didn't even know the announcement was coming. And then I watched your video again and realized that you had also nailed it at the beginning when you were like, "Oh yeah, werewolf would be cool. Frankenstein's
Mhm.
creature would be cool." So yeah, shout out Bill. Go check out Dorclair.
Wyatt, you're boring Eric. He's yawning right now.
I know. Look at, and he's frozen yawning, so we'll never know when he's finished with it.
Poor
Was I
Eric.
frozen?
Yeah, you are. You
Frozen
still are.
still.
How is he
I
doing
didn't think
that?
Your voice was gonna come
No.
through.
It's like a marionette.
It
Are you
froze mid yawn, dude. Your hands
Eric,
over
if you're
your
safe, blink twice. Wait, he's not safe. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
mouth. It almost
Alright.
looked like he was being kidnapped from behind.
Yeah, somebody took him.
He did.
I'm getting over being sick, so I think I was coughing. I'm trying to make sure I'm muted.
Nice.
Yeah, that's funny. So here's a fun little thing I did real quick. This was just I think on top of my garbage can, like I put one of these rotating displays that I've got.
Iconic. The iconic Noah rotating display.
Yeah, the Four Horsemen have one of those too.
Yeah.
Right?
And
You know
and
who
Bill
else
has
does?
one too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm ashamed to say that I don't have one of those.
I know. I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, this one actually came home with me last year
Oh.
from Legion's Con. I
Dude,
believe
these heads look
I wanna-
great. Oh,
I
sorry,
want
go
to
ahead.
say I gave one to Chris too.
Oh, okay.
So might see one popping up there someday. But yeah, I did a little 360 view there.
Are those both those bodies on the War of the Aether Blade figures?
Basically,
Skin
yeah.
tone wise, I mean.
Yeah. Actually, no, that's not true. The one with the one is Vorthog parts. The one with the pauldrons.
Yeah,
the
that's
spiky
kind of what I
pauldrons.
thought. Because it's a little different.
So yeah, they're very close though. Like I
Mhm.
said, that one actually came from Mike from Figure Fix. I ended up trading a bunch of different like, what did we trade? I traded some 3A stuff,
Okay.
and he just gave me a bunch of different Mythic Legions like fodder, like different bodies and stuff that he was popping and swapping, and a bunch of cool stuff in there too. But yeah, this
Bunch
is
is an
actually
understatement. It was like a bunch.
yeah, yeah. It was crazy. Eric's chopping up on us a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh no. It's the raccoons. The raccoons have targeted the internet.
You know what?
They're
That's
rebelling.
what it is. Those little furry little cute sons of.
If you want a raccoon update, Eric posted in our group on Facebook, on the Mythic Enablers podcast group, a very cute picture of one of his catches. I don't know how you describe
one of his quarry.
one of his quarry, yeah. One of
Yeah.
his patrons.
Yeah. One of the patrons of the local coop.
Yep. This looks
So,
great, Noah.
Thanks, man. So, naturally, look at this. Yep, that's what he's talking about. Mike from Figure Fix. Yeah, totally. I'm not sure how to pronounce Mike's last name. Uziel.
I said
Easy.
I say it the way you said it the first time.
Yeah, totally good dude. I love Mike. He actually did the
Those
logo for
goblins
Dorklayer.
too, right?
Oh,
Say-
really?
Yeah, he did Bill's Dork. See the one on his icon there.
That Dorklayer logo is iconic. I love
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, that was Mike. I remember that. That was a few years ago. I remember that. Hey, Eric. But yeah, totally. But so of course, if you know me, you know I'm gonna take some photos. So I
Yeah.
got some neat little photos here. There's that guy looking all clean shaven and 2-eye having. Then you got this dude.
Yeah,
That one's
that's
gnarly
looking.
sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got quite the gash there. It's all festered and it looked like
Looks
Joe
like
said
it
it.
stings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe said he needs some Neosporin.
That's gonna get infected.
Yeah. So yeah, just some fun little pictures there. I think I got a couple more.
That's cool. So do you anticipate this is going to be the last reveal before Legion's Con, or do you think you might have something else?
I think there might be something more.
Sneaky
Okay.
guy.
I think there might
Okay.
be something more. Check this out. Steve-O Beggs in the house. Thanks, Steve-O. Thanks for complimenting me on my scar.
Chicks dig scars, Noah.
Yep, he likes it.
Steve-O's dig scars.
Yep. I think, actually, speaking of Steve-O, I think he's kind of got a similar kind of facial hair going on. He's got the Steve-O chops.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I like
That's
that.
sick. Yeah.
Steve-O, all we got to do is we got to gouge out one of your eyes and put like a metal plate in there. And, no, let's not do that.
Piece of cake.
I don't think he's going to volunteer for that one.
Nah, let's not do that. We'll pretend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, oh, he's down. Steve-O said he's down.
I'm down. No.
He's a team player.
No.
Anything for the team. At Legion's Con, we'll do it.
Oh God. That'll be in the
This is
Mythic
escalating
Enablers
and getting
room.
out of hand quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go on record. I don't want any part of that.
Mike wants nothing
I
to
ain't
do
getting
with
in
it.
trouble. Nope.
We're totally joking. Steve-O is not going to be in harm. In any harm, no harm will come to Steve-O.
Come to the offsite Mythic Enabler meetup
He's
inside
gonna
a
track you
warehouse.
He's gonna track
down
you
in
at the
Jersey.
show. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, man, I'm ready. We talked about this.
I've already gouged my eye out. And we're done.
And then I was going to give him a little head sculpt. There you go.
So this guy is going to be named Steve-O. Steve Orc?
Ooh, Steve Orc.
Steve Work.
I don't know. That's a reach. Sorry. We'll work on something different. But yeah, I think that's what I have for these dudes. I want to say that. So Jordan from the Purple Gang, he made me a cool little video, and I don't know if it's gonna play the song, but let's see. Let's test this.
Okay.
Is it playing music?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, that's not fun.
Down in StreamYard, does it say here on the bottom, like if you right click on it, if you can turn on music?
No.
Because sometimes when I download our stuff for podcasts, it'll show whatever shared screen as having audio.
Yeah.
But anyways, is it copyrighted music? Because we'd get taken down anyways.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's actually
not?
something pretty cool.
Is it?
But what I'll say is I'm gonna share this in the Mythic Enablers Facebook group. So if you're not on that thing already, you have to go there and join that group in order to
hear
see
the
the video
tunes.
and hear
Nice.
the music. How's that sound? That's a nice little
Little plug, little
encouragement
teaser.
there.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's that? Oh, I think that was from our D&D session or something, maybe, or I don't know what it was. Anyways, so I'm gonna go back to some of this. This here, we're gonna look at this dude. So this is one of the heads that we're gonna have on sale here. I'm gonna plan on putting this thing into like some sort of post, and it's not going to be a surprise. I'll make sure that I have something building up to this thing or leading up to it. My hope is to do it tomorrow, but don't hold me to it. I got some company coming over, and yeah. Anyways, but so what I'll do is I've got a post that I've created in the Mythic Legions Cabal, the Mythic Cabal, or yeah. And basically what we're going to do is I'm just going to go on that post and I'll put some details on there
Cool.
of when we're going to sell it. But I do have some information so people can be ready, I guess. So I'm going to pop that into the banner here real quick. What it's going to be is I'm going to sell them as a set, and it's going to be $20 for a set.
For both?
Yep,
That's a
That's
real
a
low.
great deal,
Yep.
Noah.
I want to
Wow.
make it a real low price.
$20
I
for
have a
both.
limited quantity of these.
Yeah.
I'm going to do like 20 sets. But yeah, so it's going to be $20 a set, $10 flat rate shipping in the U.S., and then 3 sets per person. I want to make sure that we get them spread out a little bit, but also want to utilize that shipping. So.
And so do you anticipate keeping it open until it sells out? Or
Yeah, it'll just there's a very limited quantity, just like I did with the Nathrogate head.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be similar to that. So if anybody remembers it, what I'll do is I'll put something. I'll make a post. I will put a link of that post in the link the post I did for this video. So
Mm-hmm.
go into the Cabal, look in the post that you probably saw to that led you here, and then you'll see more details.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
But this won't be the only way. I mean, don't, hold out hope that you'll be able to score one at Legion's Con.
Mhm.
But there will be
Yeah.
a small quantity available there as well.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. So
So if it's something you really want, get there early.
yeah.
'Cause-
I'll have some at Legion's Con, but yeah, this is just a way to maybe get them in people's hands a little early if you have a project you're working on, or if you're planning on making some customs or something, or bringing something to show at Legion's Con. It just a little sneak peek.
Can we cycle through those physical
Yeah.
those physical prints again real quick? The ones on the
Yeah.
different scale bodies. I really
Yeah.
like seeing those.
Heck yeah. Let me get back over here.
And this has just been something super cool to see Noah delve into. Yeah, I really love. I think I like it the most on that ogre body potentially. I don't know, but I don't know. The 1.0s look great too. It's cool, super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they're all really good, man. The brute scale too.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, there's not enough stuff in the brute scale yet. I feel like.
Yeah, we
That's
need
cool.
more brute scale bodies as well.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Super dope.
I was just rewatching that. I was talking to you guys about it. I was just rewatching our episode on Mythic Conversations with Jeremy,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one of the things that I had mentioned. Like in the next wave, I love all the characters and everything, but me being the customizer, I would love to just have more brute scale pieces that I can make customs out of.
Make yourself
Yeah.
a custom Nothar
Yep,
under that body.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
It would be cool to get a more generic. I don't know what they would even price it at, but a more generic like Legion's
Like a builder.
builder priced, brute body.
Mhm.
With a kind of generic army builder type head. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
How cool would that be?
that'd be cool. That'd be really really cool.
Barbarian,
cool.
Mike.
Give me all the barbarians, orcs, all the scales. Like I think it's one of the most underrated features of the line. Like we always talk about, you know, like the paint and like the feel of the plastic and everything, but really it's the multi-scaling within it. Like when you got a shelf and you've got the smaller 1.0s like the dwarf bodies, you know, you got your regular 1.0s, you got 2.0s mixed in, you got ogres back there, and then you get like a troll scale. It's absolutely
It's cool.
Yeah,
It's super cool.
It's insane, man. It looks really really cool. I'd taken a noble bear picture, I think like a year or two ago, and I tried to get as much of the scale in there as I could. I put like that the half giant builder with like the new barge set on there, because you know those horns give a whole other perspective to that size scale too, and everything like I think I had Brontis in the back there, and it just frames out a picture so nice.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you're right, man. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's got any questions on this stuff. I think it's pretty straightforward, or maybe it's convoluted, but
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So go to the Mythic. Is it? Are you also going to post it in our enablers group as well?
yeah, might as well. What the heck?
You probably should. Yeah.
Yes.
Put it as many places as possible.
So
make it
check
safe
out
for
the
you.
Mythic Enablers podcast group on Facebook or the Mythic Legions Cabal. There'll be a post there. You can type in Noah Pratt in the search bar, and it'll come up. And it's $20 for 2 heads, the eye patch head and the regular head, the orc twins for Orctober.
Orctober twins.
Orctober twins.
Misters Orctober.
The Steve Orc.
Yeah. Yep. Steve
Dude,
Orcbag.
You're not painting any of these. Like these people are just buying like the blank ones.
These would be blank. Yeah.
So you should paint just one and not tell anybody, and do it in the Fury Orc colors.
You're gonna
And
give
then it'll be like
Noah
it'll
homework.
be like you can call it the hunt for Red October.
No
and
way.
whoever gets the red one will get like a prize.
That's
I'll
perfect.
donate something to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mike.
Boom.
I'll send the body. I'll send the body for the head.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Just do one.
There's a lot
Just
of
paint
layers to
one
that.
redhead.
One redhead.
One Fury Orc head. The hunt for Red October.
One lucky enabler is gonna get a redhead in the mail.
Yep. And there's 17 of you guys. We just got somebody else jumped on here. 17 of you guys know about this little
About that, you guys get a head
the
start.
hunt for Red October.
Yeah. Noah, do you think you could actually make that possible, or what do you think about that?
Perhaps.
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 Okay. I think that's a very good marketing idea, Mike. Genius.
I think
Genius
so,
move.
too.
1,000
I
IQ.
gotta find a body for it now.
So
Hey,
this
Nick
is,
Doe.
Nick Campbell.
What's up, dude? With the handsome Harrison Ford picture there.
Totally.
Jesus,
Yeah.
caught me off guard there for a sec.
Yeah, he's actually much more dashing in real life. It's my buddy Nick. He lives in Minnesota here.
Yo.
Nick's a good dude. So
Secret agent.
yeah, Nick, you missed all the fun. We were talking about orcs and doing cool stuff. You missed it all, man. Mom's
You'll have to catch the replay, the live replay.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure we'll talk about it on the podcast too. So we're gonna record the next pod, Mum's the Fury Word. We're gonna be talking about. I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit about this on the next podcast episode. Noah mentioned that he's gonna publish or post about the head sale in the next few days potentially.
Yep.
So that'll give him time to mull over. If you see Hunt for Red Orctober in the title of his post, you know that the redhead orc is on.
You know it's game on.
Yeah. I love that. A golden ticket almost. But yeah, so we'll be sharing details in the podcast. We'll be talking about the figure Obscura, and we'll see if Eric's got a raccoon update for us. It's gonna be cool. I was joking,
like,
Eric, when you
"No
got pulled
raccoon
down.
updates."
When you got pulled down, Eric, I was like, "Oh no, the raccoon's got to his internet."
He was like chewing through your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
We're gonna silence him for good.
Don't jinx me.
I said chewing through your Wi-Fi. Isn't that like wireless? That's what Wi-Fi is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works, Mike. Sorry, buddy.
Fiber
I told you I don't
We'll
know
just say
tech,
that.
man. You
Phone
thought I
lines
lied
or
to
something.
you.
He goes,
Yeah.
that's what the raccoon's doing.
Messing with the dish, kicking the dish over.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, I think we're almost to an hour here.
Yeah.
Like we can look at signing off here.
Uh,
You guys got anything before we go?
Yeah, we just had somebody who said, great show. First time
Oh.
I've ever caught you live. Thank goodness for a sick kid. No, we don't want your kid to be sick, but we are glad you were able to hop on for the live stream. Hope your kiddo's feeling better.
Yeah,
Nope.
thanks
Yeah,
for checking
absolutely.
us out, Doak. And thank you, Keith. Yeah, we're kind of, I mean, we don't really have a consistent pattern for the live shows. Maybe that's something we would explore more in the future, but we kind of use them as...
They're not my favorite to do. But,
Yeah.
I feel much
Mike
more
doesn't
at
like
ease
going
without
live.
I don't. You can't. Not that we do a whole lot of editing on the show either, but you can't backtrack nothing.
No,
you
that's
know,
true. You can't. You got to watch your
brush
tongue.
eyebrows before you
Yeah.
come on here. It's a mess.
So Joe, just in response to this here. So Joe is a Florida native, but just so everybody knows, Joe is okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Thankfully, he's out of the path of destruction there, and so yeah.
He fared
was
pretty
prepared.
good too. Luckily, yeah.
Say again, Mike.
I said he fared pretty good too. He made
Mhm.
out okay.
Definitely. But shout out to some of our other fellow collectors out there that have been affected. We're thinking about you. Definitely, that stuff's not anything to mess with. Mother Nature is a cruel, cruel lady.
She is.
That's
Do
for
we,
sure.
before we sign off, do we want to show any of the Mythic Enablers merch stuff that we've got before we go, or is that no?
Are
What do you
you
think, Eric?
are you talking about what do you got, Eric?
I can if you want. I got to run downstairs though.
I kind of would like to. I kind of would like to
Are you-
show it before we bounce out.
I think we
Okay.
can
That's
make-
okay.
Give me a minute, okay?
If you're okay with it, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Cool.
I think we can hold the show over.
We'll hold the line for a minute
few
here.
minutes here.
Quick
I'm
vamp.
I'm gonna abandon you guys on the field here. I'm actually gonna have to cut out. I
Okay.
gotta go handle some familial stuff.
All right.
Great chatting with you guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in there.
See you,
Thanks,
Mike.
Mikey.
Catch
All
you
right,
next
boys. We'll
time,
talk
buddy.
to
See you
later
this weekend.
Yep,
Yeah.
see you this
Bye,
weekend.
buddy.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Mikey's signing off,
And then it was Wyatt and Noah again.
and then it was us.
Dude, this was great. I'm super excited for the orc heads. I think the dwarf head that you put out was amazing. Are y'all going to have a listener meetup at LegionsCon? We haven't planned anything for LegionsCon other than
We're bad
we're
at
lucky.
planning stuff.
We're good at getting. I guess we made the merch, which I had nothing to do with. That was a Noah and Eric led effort that you guys executed flawlessly. But we didn't really plan to do a meetup or anything like that yet. So maybe, but I don't know where we would have it. Maybe in the lobby. Just say, hey, come
Lobby
downstairs.
hangs. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be in the lobby for sure.
Yeah, we're always in the lobby. I'm excited for that. I'm just excited to get back to LegionsCon. It's been so long since I've been there.
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
It is. It's
Yeah.
gonna be so cool. Hey, he's back.
Man, you're quick.
Yeah, that was fast.
I try.
Yeah,
So, let me see here.
what do we
This is
got?
exciting. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me.
We got the shirts. Well, the test shirts in.
Test,
Yeah.
The test
Just
shirts.
to kind of look them over and make sure they're to our liking. So
Test shots.
I
Test
entered
shirts.
the order today. So
Nice.
hopefully here soon we'll have the whole order of shirts, and then everyone can pick them up at LegionsCon.
Should we auction off the test shirt to the test shot collectors out there?
That's a one of one.
It is
Yeah.
it's a one of one original. So, give it to
One
somebody,
of them has
some
a
lucky
small
person.
error on it, so I don't think we want to auction it off
Oh,
anyway.
people
It's
love
worth more money.
Yeah, people love errors. A misprint.
Yeah.
And then I know I've shown this a million times before.
Yes. Oh,
Where-
please hold that up. I want to see that. That is
Oh,
so sick.
Can you get him? Got him.
Here we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
and it
Mythic
says-
Enablers pin for those who
Yeah.
can't tell.
What's it say on the banners there, guys?
Yeah, can you read that? I don't know if it'll come through.
Oh well,
Oh, there
I
you go.
know
If you
what
hold it
says.
still. Yeah.
I know what
It
it
says.
says.
What does it say,
It
Noah?
says, "Boom, enabled."
That is. I'm so psyched for those pins.
Yeah.
What a triumph! A triumph. Do you
Yeah.
do you want to? I mean, I don't know if it's like not known information. I'm bad about this. Do you want to reveal who we worked with to make the pins? Is that something that we're allowed to share or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I talked about it
You
before.
did.
So,
Okay. Just want to make sure. I
just
forget.
George from the studio makes the pins for me. So
Yeah. These are
the
some George pins.
Double
the
G.
enablers
Mhm.
is obviously that's one that we did together as the podcast crew, but I'll have two other ones there of my own. One I showed already, and the other one is secret until then. So
Ooh. Dude, we got so many cool surprises. Have we talked about
No,
the other thing?
we haven't.
Okay, we haven't mentioned that.
We
We
haven't.
don't want to talk about that.
I
yet,
don't
or do
know. I mean, maybe.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You know what we're talking
Oh,
about.
you do. I think
know
you
what
know
we're
what we
talking
do. You know what we should do?
What?
We should tell everybody to tune into the next episode.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about it on the next episode. All right, that's fair. That's a good lead. We're to bury the lead, Noah.
So Nick, the basically, as you remember from last year, because you were throwing crap at me from Eugene's booth, I'll be next to Eric, and then Dennis will be on the other side. So shout out Dennis Derby. Come buy stuff at his table. Bring cash. That's from Dennis. But so we'll have some stuff there.
Yeah.
And Eric has the pins. I believe, I don't want to speak for Eric, but I believe he'll have the pins on for sale there at his booth too.
Yeah. This year it's kind of a fusion, sort of. The podcast. The podcast is like Platform 9 3/4 and Harry Potter. You just have to believe and run right between Noah and Eric's booth, and that's where we'll be.
Don't do that.
don't do that.
I just had a vision of someone doing that and like tearing the tablecloths off both of our tables and everything.
Our listeners are very intelligent. They're very smart. Okay.
Well,
But they also follow orders.
Dang. Yeah. You guys are.
Use guys.
You definitely are. You guys are on the opposite side, so you can throw stuff again. But
Oh, over
Yeah.
my shoulder.
yeah.
Sorry, someone's asking about my Safubi, and I have no choice but to talk
Oh
about
yeah. Yep. Oops. Whoopsie.
it. Yeah, whoops, you messed up, dog. This is my I have a little Safubi collection. I mostly collect Godzilla stuff, but this is a really cool Instagram is a great place to find Safubi artists. And this is a guy named Maya Mark, Mayamark. This was his first release, and he's this little angry ape
Oh,
dude. You
Let
want to
me.
say?
Yeah. There we go.
And he comes with a little monkey that has a rifle that he holds in his hand. Little
Space
guy.
monkey gun.
little space monkey guy. I just love how out there Safubi is, you know. And then if I could give one other recommendation, I love. There's a Safubi artist named Nicholas Lestang.
Ooh, look at that.
NicolasLestang, and he does really cool kaiju, like original kaiju designs.
Oh, that's really cool.
And the paint is always really high quality, and
How does it smell?
it smells real good. It smells real good. We opened up this episode talking about how the new Figura Obscura smells just kind of like how people love the soft vinyl smell of Safubi. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that's what you get for asking. Yeah.
Yeah. Here.
I'll be right back. Oh, what's up?
Yeah. So Greg probably was wondering maybe what Mike turned into Eric, maybe. 'Cause he was here earlier today. And
Rip
Do you guys-
Professor M.
what are you talking about Mike leaving, or what was the?
Is he
What do we-
Professor M?
Yeah, I don't know. Bill, please elaborate. I'm sorry. Maybe it was a timing thing.
I was gonna say we need to highlight also Nick's comment down on the bottom, the Mondo one
Oh yeah.
for Eric. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Oh.
Oh, McGonagall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Rest in
sure.
peace, Professor McGonagall.
Yep.
Yeah. Sad.
Yep.
She was great. She was awesome. Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Bill. That one went over my head. Thanks for the
We
help.
were in our little toy Legion world. I totally forgot about like the real world for a minute out
Yeah,
there.
he was talking
Yeah.
about the platform between
Yeah.
the tables.
Oh,
Don't-
duh. Platform 9 3/4. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep, we got back.
Dowager Countess.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got back to it. The Dowager Countess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Countess. But
Mhm.
so when you were talking about the platform in between the tables, that reminded me
Mhm.
of maybe a callback from an episode that we did on the podcast earlier this year, where we talked about Legion's Con the last year, where Figment was miraculously saved by our bearded
right.
hero, our
Yep.
bearded hero Mike. You remember that, Eric? I remember.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. I was freaking out. Oh,
Is
man.
Figment gonna make a return this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna have
Greg's
to watch
gonna make
it.
me have a panic attack. With
Yeah.
these comments.
We have to make sure it's latched down. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see. What we'll get through a few more comments and then we'll get out of here. Oh yeah. Well, you know, Greg, he's got an insatiable thirst for quality
For head?
custom pieces. Yeah, that too. But yeah,
Sorry,
Greg,
Greg.
Greg, the ultimate enabler.
Greg
he's
is the
gonna
ultimate enabler.
He's gonna be putting
Absolutely.
stuff in boxes. Like as I go through the line, he's gonna be like, I'll have this big box, and he'll just be like, "Oh, you need one of these? No, you need one of them." Big giant. And then how do you say no to him?
You can't say no to him. Greg's entire presence, but also his online presence with his shelves and stuff like that. I love Greg's dioramas. Greg has some of the coolest
Display. Yeah.
display I think I've ever seen. So, yeah.
Dude, have you been to his house?
No, I haven't.
Greg, I don't know if it's possible. I think we might need to get maybe
Do a little trip?
couple people over there. Check it out. If you can make that happen.
Maybe a Mythic Tokers retreat
already-
too.
I know he's not talking about this, but we'll just pretend like he was
We'll
responding
pretend
to
like
what
he
we
is.
just
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate you, buddy. Real quick, Nick had a question. Eric, did you get the Joy Toy Turtles?
I did.
The Joy Toidles?
You did get those.
Yep.
Dude, I have this is somewhat related. I have I bought one Joy Toy. Do you guys own any Joy Toy stuff? The 1/18 scale stuff?
I
you?
don't, but that's only because I know that when I do, it's going to be
Okay.
hard not to get more.
I happen to have it right here because I put it in front of me, so I'm like, okay, White, you have to sell this because I went to Frankensons, which is a famous like collector's spot,
Yep.
and it's these three. They're really cool. Like I'm not selling them because I don't like them.
Here, hold on a second. Let me get you.
They're like
I'm
these
really bad at
sci-fi
this.
dudes. They're these 3 3/4 sci-fi guys, and I really dig them. They're super super dope, but I was just like, dude, that was an impulse buy. I think we
Yeah.
all have those, and the Joy Toy stuff is amazing, but the Joy Toy stuff is really expensive. These turtles are my first dip into Joy Toy, says Bill. The Joy Toy stuff is really really cool, but again, really expensive for the size that it is. Although I think the import prices have gone down a little bit, but yeah.
It looks like the turtles are bringing people into the.
Seems
Joy
like
Toy.
yeah, they're bringing a lot of people into the space. Yeah, Joy Toy
about
is
you, Eric?
super cool.
Is that kind of the same?
Yeah, I've never had anything from them before the turtles, but they do look cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, I grabbed them. It's something a little different.
Yeah, 1/18
they look
scale
really
stuff.
cool.
Mhm.
Good quality. Like they look great. Like all the stuff they have.
Yeah, Frankensons and City of Industry is worth checking out. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's where I went and got my stuff. I went there when I was like a little kid. I would go there and look for McFarlane Halo stuff, which to kind of tie it back, that was where this figure Obscura, the Frankenstein, I told the guys in our group chat when it got announced that this reminded me of like the early 2000s McFarlane kind of toys when they would do sort of out there properties and stuff. And of course, that's probably because, well, at least in the late 90s, I guess early 2000s, they were working with the studio, the Horseman. But this just feels just is so cool. Really, really awesome. If you guys haven't picked up a Frankenstein's creature yet, is it still live on the site? Do you guys know? Because they put up a limited quantity today, right?
It was earlier today. I would be very surprised if it was, because it was, they said a very limited quantity, and that was hours ago.
It looks like it's still up.
Are you kidding me?
So no, it
Wow.
looks like there's still one there, and even I'm seeing an all-in as well. So
That's insane.
if you guys haven't picked it up yet, I was on the fence. I was almost like, I really love the
Eric just
Figura
placed
drops.
another order just now.
I love the Figura drops, but I was like, maybe I'll like tone it down a little bit just in terms of my collecting. And when they announced this Frankenstein, it just had to come home with me, and I'm super happy with it. So well
Yeah,
worth
and
it.
then
Well worth it.
Wyatt got it first.
And somehow I got it first. That never happens. That never happens.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
for you, man.
Thank you.
Heck
thank
yeah.
You, thank you.
All right. Well,
Cool.
I think we should get out of here.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's call it a wrap.
Yep.
You guys, thanks for joining us. We got a handful of people here that spent some time with us. Appreciate you guys. Come check us out on our YouTube if you haven't, or on our podcast. Sorry, if you haven't already, come check us out. Mythic Enablers. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to send us off?
No, I just think stay tuned to the groups, the Mythic Legions Cabal, Mythic Enablers podcast group for Noah's imminent Orktober head release 2-pack. That's going to be really, really cool. And I'm super excited and glad that Noah was able to put this together. Our live streams are few and far between, but whenever we get to hang out a little extra, it's always fun. So I'm going to see these guys this weekend for our episode that's coming out in 2 Mondays. But it's great to get to spend more time with you guys and get to chat with everybody on YouTube. So thanks for swinging by, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.